back with one more session. This is offline session for especially 8th class students. Already we have discussed about a reading passage, the tattered blanket. Under first unit, B reading is considered My Mother poem. It is written by Rabindranath Tagore, an Indian prolific writer cum a poet. Before stepping into the actual given poem, let us come to know about the poet. A few lines about a great poet Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore is popularly known as Vishwakavi and Gurudev. He was the founder of Shantiniketan, an experimental school. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature for his Gitanjali, the Songs of Offerings, nothing but a collection of poems. Each of his poems reflects Indian vision and love towards his motherland. He is considered the voice of Indian heritage and spiritualism. During independence movement even, he wrote number of writings to educate the public, to aware the people regarding freedom from the British. The national anthem of India was composed by him. He translated Janagana Mana from Bengali to English and also set it to music in Madanapalli, Chittoor district of our Andhra Pradesh. He visited BT College, Madanapalli, where he stayed a few days in 1919 and the familiar tune was set. He was invited by the principal of that particular college, BT College, Madanapalli, in 1919 to attend the first convocation ceremony of consent calling. He stayed a few days and he set the music, a tune for Janagana Mana. So we, the people of Andhra Pradesh, should feel proud about having the familiar tune Janagana Mana. Right. My mother. You tell me one thing. Who is the first one who wakes up early in the morning? Who is the one who goes to bed last at night? Who is she? She is none other than mother. Mother only, the person who wakes up early in the morning. She fulfills all her household chores. She looks after her husband, children, and the remaining family members, and she goes to bed last. Mother plays a vital role in one's life. Here what we have given under the poem My Mother. This is a poem which has a nostalgic tune. Moreover, it has an emotional expression of a child's memory of his mother who is passed away. Okay. Let us recite the poem. First I am going to read the poem, whatever we have given. I cannot remember my mother, only sometime in the midst of my play. A tune seems to hover over my playthings, the tune of some song that she used to hum while rocking my cradle. Apply a little bit of tune. I cannot remember my mother, only sometime in the midst of my play. A tune seems to hover over my playthings, the tune of some sound that she used to hum while rocking my cradle. Rocking the cradle. At what age does any mother rock a cradle? Rocking the cradle, placing his child in the cradle, and she rocks it, letting out a tune, a hum. She wants to make her child to sleep. This sentence says that the poet's age was a very tender age. He was an infant at that age. I cannot remember my mother. Here I refers to the poet. Poet cannot remember his mother. Why he can't remember his mother? Because he remembers the things that his mother used to do when he was an infant. When he was an infant, he lost his mother. His mother passed away. The sentences express about the sensitive and insensitive feelings of a child and the attachments with his mother. He has only a faint collection of his mother, not strong collections. The poet feels her presence when he is in the middle of his playthings. He senses a tune. What is the sense organ to sense a tune? Ear. Ear is the sense organ to sense a tune. He senses a tune hovering over his playthings. When do we have generally playthings at the age? At what age do we have playthings? His playthings. Only sometime in the midst of his plaything, his play. It is not verbal, it is noun. Midst in the sense in the middle of. I cannot remember my mother. Only sometime in the midst of my play. When he plays with his playthings, in the middle of his play, a tune seems to hover over my playthings. A tune, whatever the tune is led by his mother, it seems to hover in the sense remain in the sky. The tune remains over the playthings. His playthings are scattered on the floor, and he senses that whatever his mother used to hum while rocking the cradle, that tune hovers over the playthings. That tune he senses. It means he hears. A tune seems to hover over my playthings. A tune of some song that she used to hum. She used to hum. When he was an infant, his mother used to hum. Now she is not humming that tune because she doesn't remain. She passed already. So, as the poet expresses his feelings, because he has a faint collection of his mother's remembrance. He does not have his mother now, but he cannot remember his mother. He emphasizes on the sentence that he cannot remember his mother only sometime only. When he remembers the playthings, then only he senses the tune whatever his mother used to hum while she was rocking the cradle. She was making her child placing in the cradle to sleep. Right, look at the second stanza what we have given. I cannot remember my mother. Again the poet insisted that he cannot remember his mother. Why he cannot remember his mother? Because he has a faint collection of remembrance. I cannot remember my mother, but when in the early morning in a particular season, autumn is one of the seasons. It is mentioned particularly. What do you see generally in autumn? You can find the chirping sound of the birds, and you can see the flowers that bloom. They open their petals to let out the aroma, the excellent aroma. But when in the early autumn morning, the smell of the tulip flowers floats in the air. The smell, it is of tulip flowers. Tulip flowers, what are tulip flowers? They are white small flowers, they bloom in autumn. That is specialty of the tulip flowers, they bloom only in autumn. There are some kind of flowers you can see, they bloom in some other season. We have given especially about the tulip flowers. The smell of the tulip flowers floats in the air. The scent of the morning service. Morning service, it is a phrase, it represents a prayer. Nothing but whatever we offer the puja. The scent of the morning service in the temple. You see in the temple every morning, if your house is located nearby the temple, you could hear some hymns that are played by the people who organize the events in the temple. The scent of the morning service in the temple comes to me as the scent of my mother. You see, when he senses, here now, he senses the smell of his mother. What is the sense organ for smelling? We use nose. In the first stanza, the sense organ, it is ear. But now here in the second stanza, he used his sense organ, nose. The scent of the morning service in the temple comes to me. Whatever he senses, the smell, from the temple, it makes him to feel the scent of his mother. The poet, he cannot remember his mother, but only in the early morning of the autumn season, he senses the smell of the chuli flowers that floats in the air, and when the scent comes from the temple, which is offering the form of a prayer, when he senses that particular smell, the smell of his mother comes to his mind. In such, he remembers his mother, as he has some faint collection of remembrance. When he senses the smell comes from the temple, then he remembers his mother. In such, he insists that he cannot remember his mother in the second stanza. Right now, students, let us go through the third stanza, what we have given. I cannot remember my mother. Again the poet insists that he cannot remember his mother. He says that he cannot remember his mother. I cannot remember my mother only when from my bedroom window I send my eyes into the blue of the distant sky. I feel that the stillness of my mother's gaze on my face has spread all over the sky. Now here, when the poet remains in his bedroom, he peeks through the window. He gazes through the window. He gazes through the window. Thus he is able to look at the distant sky. How far is the sky? It is very far. Distant sky. It means it is very far. Only when from my bedroom window, when he sits nearby the window, he sends his eyes through the window. I send my eyes. Sending eyes in the sense gazing at someone or looking at someone or peeping at someone. I send my eyes into the blue. So he looks into the blue. He looks at the blue. He gazes at the blue. He gazes at the sky. Blue in the sense sky. That color blue, it refers to sky. He gazes into the blue, which is very distant. So he looks at the sky, which is very distant. When he looks at the sky, I feel, it means he feels. I feel that the stillness of my mother's gaze. When he looks at the blue sky through the window, he feels that the stillness of his mother gazes to him. You see what happens? His mother's face had spread over the sky. Complete sky, it fills with his mother's face. He looks through the window to the sky. He feels that his mother gazes to him in return. So here, which sense organ did he use? He used eyes as his sense organ to sense his mother. In the first stanza, he used his ear to sense his mother's tune. In the second stanza, he used his nose to sense his mother's presence in the form of the smell. Whereas here, he feels his mother's face, which had spread all over the sky. He uses his eyes. So all three sense organs he used to remember his mother, as he has faint collection of remembers. He lost his mother when he was an infant. At tender age, very small age, he lost his mother, and now he is not able to remember clearly. I cannot remember my mother. He says one side that he cannot remember his mother, whereas in another side he says in three ways, by using all his three sense organs, that he could smell, he could listen, he could gaze at his mother's face. This is the poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, says about the presence of his mother. Right, children, recite the poem on your own. Put that complete poem on paper. Practice it 4 times or 5 times. Here, the poet remembers his mother and feels her presence in every moment, everywhere. Yet, he emphasizes that he cannot remember his mother. Probably, he cannot remember how she looked as he had just a faint of recollection. He does not have the strong recollection of his mother. He has just a faint recollection. Thus he insists that he cannot remember his mother. Based on the complete poem, whatever we have given, I would like to give you an assignment. Let us go through the assignment. What did his mother usually do while rocking the cradle? What did his playthings remind him of? What do you understand from the statement, I cannot remember my mother? Name the sense organs that he used to remember his mother in the poem. What does the poet feel when he gazes through the window? Where does the scent come from as the scent of his mother? Try to answer the questions on your own. Recite the poem twice or thrice. Go through the poem number of times so that you can answer the questions on your own. Thank you for watching my video. I will come back with some other video soon. Until that, find time on your own to refer the reader, and do not forget about cursive handwriting. No need to insist. Right, bye.